It's John and Rachel, and we are live-ish from the home show. Everybody in Pittsburgh, we talk about this all the time, has a story at some point or another because you went to the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show. Every newscaster, every radio person, and now every podcast comes here because who doesn't want this beautiful backdrop?
Yeah, and it's not AI, it's for real back there.
It's for real,
As you know, we usually...
We even taped our sign up so that you could see.
We taped it. Yeah, we didn't use like things, we taped it. So, no, we always invite you up to 5 Foster Plaza in Green Tree from the 5 to 6 o'clock hour for our cocktail hour when we record this.
Yes.
But as you can tell, it's not 10 o'clock, although we're coming on at 10 o'clock. And we are at the home show down at the David Lawrence Convention Center.
Check it out if you haven't done so yet. And if you have been checking us out, then you know the very first part of our segment, we are talking about food because we're smart people. We wised up very quickly. This is a happy hour, so we were like, what makes it happier? Food. And so Diana Rua came to the rescue because it is St. Practice Day, another typical Pittsburgh thing that's been happening for years and years. And so you have brought us this amazing event. Tell us a little bit about it and what we can expect and who's to your right and why it's so special and who it benefits. All in one breath.
That was a lot. Can you please write a composition?
This is
you know this part,
an impromptu,
though.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this event has been going on for 24 years. We added a pierogi about 10 years ago. White Eagle, who is to my right, Chelsie. She is our 3-time champion at White Eagle. You can still get tickets on stpracticedaypgh.com. They're $15, and all of the pierogis are $1. So one day, $1 pierogis.
You can carb up because there's beer available, there are pierogies available, and then all the money collected is going to a good cause.
Yes, so it is going to Pittsburgh Action Against Rape, PAAR, which is a nonprofit on the South Side, and they offer no-cost services to victims and families of sexual assault.
And it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
The event is tomorrow. So listen, don't be typical Pittsburghers and procrastinate. You literally have not even 24 hours. You have hours. Watch this, go to sleep, get up. If you didn't get your ticket, make sure you get your ticket and you go get to pay $1 a pierogi and just completely enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, and there are 15 locations this year.
Yeah.
So it's a carb crawl.
So, I love it. So, Chelsie, the cool thing is I wasn't sure of the name when we first got the word that you were coming. I looked at the sign, the picture of the logo. I'm like, oh, my God, I know exactly where that is. You know, it's such a Pittsburgh or a Yinzer thing.
So for someone who doesn't know, where is it?
How long have you been in your current location over there in the South Side, and where are you in between or used to be next to?
Okay, so White Eagle has been there since the 1940s. It's been passed down from generation to generation. I kind of got looped into it because my boyfriend's mom owns it now.
Okay.
Yeah, and she got it from her grandfather, and her grandfather passed it down to her grandmother. So it's just everything crazy, you know, and it's awesome. This awesome experience being with Eric and been with him for 5 years. I didn't know what White Eagle was until one day I just walked in and said, hey, I like this place, you know?
So Pittsburgh, there you go. Well, how did pierogies come to be, though? Was that a staple on their menu or no?
Absolutely not. We don't have a kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not trying to take bragging rights.
We do not have health department people watching our show. So you are fine. Where do you get your pierogies?
We get it from the Rankin Junior Tamburitzins. It's a little... So basically it's church and state. You have the Tamburitzins that are on top floor in Rankin, and then on the bottom floor you have the Rankin Croatian home.
Okay.
So I've been a Tamburitzin since I was 7, and I grew up on that.
How fun is that?
Yeah.
That is so Pittsburgh.
I grew up on it. I didn't know what Tamburitzins was, but it is a European folklore dance group. And without them, we would not be able to make this possible. So shout out to you, Rankin Junior Tammies. Keep doing your thing.
All right, Kelsey, now you got to do a dance. You got to do a dance.
I can do it.
Do it. I love that.
And now there's a dance segment.
Now, see, that's how she wins the
New to
awards.
the
It's based on the
Jagoff
pierogies.
podcast. I just gotta keep dancing, you know?
Organic than Croatian background as far as
keeps it
having
moving.
pierogies.
She
This
keeps
is
it
so
moving.
awesome.
So not to be tacky, but are we trying these? Because, I mean, we didn't invite you here to
Absolutely.
dance. We really
I wouldn't come empty-handed. I mean, who wants one?
I mean,
So-
they're not 3-time
Right.
champs for nothing.
And there actually are people here.
Yeah,
they
you can come on.
they diverted from 5 Foster Plaza over to here to
Thank
the
you.
convention center. But reminding this is the only time
Thank
we're
you,
down
John.
here. Oh,
I'll
thank you.
pass it
And then
over.
this is Eric, my boyfriend. His mom
Hi,
owns
Eric.
the place.
That's a weird last name, Eric.
Eric, my boyfriend.
Mr. My boyfriend.
Eric Houston, my boyfriend.
I will talk while you... Go ahead,
All right,
John.
here I go. I'm
Just
digging
tacky
in.
picking it up. Yeah. Oh, Is there something about it? Yeah. Everybody in the audience gets to try this. He could not wait. I'm not going to lie. He saw them and he's like, I am eating these pierogies.
Honestly, so
What's the secret? What's the success piece?
Love.
Aww.
You pumpkin, you.
Yeah. Are you just not going to tell it? Like, do you make your own dough?
We make everything homemade. Everything, it's pretty much a recipe that's been handed down from generation to generation.
Okay.
Next year, we're actually going on the 100th year for the Rankin Crow Club being open. And after that, we formed the Rankin Junior Tamburitzins. So it's been along for a long time.
Wow. So, Chelsie, this is pretty awesome. Diana Rua, the last 3 weeks, you have brought us some wonderful food, and we appreciate that.
You're going to miss me.
Well, we are. Right.
I know.
We're just doing it at your kitchen.
I know. I'm just going to have to cook for you
Everybody,
guys.
no Five Foster Plaza.
So good.
Right?
I'm so happy you love them.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's so good. I would vote for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If I could, I want to come tomorrow. We might need to go and just go vote for her.
Next year.
I hope the others aren't
so,
listening.
Diana, where can everybody get tickets? Is there a show up and pay at the door kind of thing?
I believe we will have tickets at the door. This year, I'm not really sure what's going on in the Pierogi Fest world, but tickets are selling insanely.
They're selling like pierogies.
They're selling like hot pierogies right now. So you can go to stpracticeapgh.com. They are still for sale. I cannot guarantee they'll be for sale at the day of the event, but you can go to 12 Whiskey Barbecue or Archie's on Carson Street. Those are our registration locations.
Don't procrastinate, Pittsburgh. Get your tickets. And now we get to chat it up with our friend Nick from People's Gas, giving us some tips.
It's John and Rachel. And I'm Nick with People's Natural Gas.
And this is a Jag Brag.
Well, it's been a chilly winter here in Western Pennsylvania, but our team at People's has been working around the clock to keep you safe and warm without busting your budget.
We at People's believe that everyone deserves the peace of mind to keep their homes warm during the cold winter months. Just like extra layers of clothing protect us from the cold, we have our customer assistance programs that protect people in need.
Layers. I could use layers right now. Like what? What?
First, we have a program that's open to all income levels, budget billing, which spreads peak season costs over the course of the year. CAP is our main program. It provides an income-based monthly payment to provide a more predictable bill. Our team also helps customers apply for grants from the Dollar Energy Fund and LIHEAP, which can further help cover winter heating costs.
Well, these are good layers, and those are good programs to help make big bills into smaller bills. What about if people have issues with their home that they need to fix?
Yeah, we do that too. You might be eligible for weatherization upgrades, which make your home more energy efficient, saving you money. And People's provides emergency repair assistance to help cover critical heating system repairs to help keep you warm through the winter months.
Well, Danielle, now I feel all layered up, ready, so bring on the cold.
Great. Well, if you or anyone you know needs help keeping your home warm this winter, please give us a call, 1-800-400-WARM.
You can also go to peoples-gas.com. We have a program finder there that's quick, free, easy to use, anonymous. You can find out what programs you're eligible for. We're here to help you make lives better for everyone in our community.
John and Rachel, back to you, Jagoff Late Night, and this is pretty exciting. I wish I could take credit and say, I scored this dude, but I didn't. Eric Dillman is such a good guy. If you are not following his podcast, check it out, because Eric Dillman is a gem of a person. He has a great podcast, and he introduced us to the one and only Harrison. So welcome to you, Jagoff Late Night.
That was a nice little instruction.
Thank you.
Shout out, Derek.
Shout out. Yeah.
Exactly. And, we followed him. We had him on, we're sharing on podcasts and things, but this is a really unique story. For those who haven't seen some of the news you've made around Pittsburgh, Harrison, you came from Great Britain, and I think you've traveled other states.
I have.
And then somehow ended up in Pittsburgh, kind of landing here. And, we love to love Pittsburgh, and you seem to love Pittsburgh too. So despite you have a little bit of a strange accent, because we
don't detect it.
The Yinzer accent is much more classy.
Yeah.
And but you are here, and how long have you now been here in Pittsburgh?
3.5 months, almost 4.
Okay.
I think it goes in slow motion for me, but everyone thinks I've been here for so long because I post so much.
Yes.
Right.
So whenever I tell people, like, there's no way, because they've seen so much of my face, and I get about, I do a lot of things whilst I'm here, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So dial it back first. So what part, where exactly are you from?
I'm from Manchester in England.
Okay.
Well, 2 hours from Manchester, but Manchester's the closest big city
It's
to
what
me.
we would know. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So from Manchester, England, then I went to University of Findlay in Ohio, then I went to Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina, then I moved to Florida, and then now I'm in Pittsburgh.
Wait, in University of Findlay, isn't that where Ben Roethlisberger went? Isn't that?
No,
aren't they
he was
famous for that?
Miami. He was Miami.
I thought it
Miami
was
University.
Findlay. I thought it was
Yeah.
Findlay, but
Who's
either
Ben
way.
Roethlisberger?
Ben Roethlisberger,
Ben
he
was-
was our Super
we
Bowl
have to teach you a couple
quarterback.
things. He was one of
Very
the best
famous quarterback. But
Oh, for the Steelers?
you probably want to get on his podcast too.
Oh, he would
Has he
like.
got one?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
you should literally text him and say, "Can I get on your potty?"
Okay.
Yes.
Will he
That's our
will he
lingo.
reply to me?
Oh yeah, I think he will. I
So the
definitely
cool
think he
thing
will.
is somehow, what made you came over here for school and you kind of toured around? You just decided at this age you're just going to stay over here in the United States?
Yeah, so I went to school for 3.5 years, so I graduated a semester early. I started a business, and basically that is the reason I stay in America, is because I help players get recruited to play college soccer.
Oh,
so
okay.
I have my own recruitment agency. With it being America-based, because college soccer over here is obviously in America, I have to be in America.
Sure.
So this will always be my home base. I'll actually be a US citizen by the end of this year. So I'll be one of you guys.
One of yins, as a matter of fact.
Even with the accent, we can still be in the same pool. But yeah, that's why I'll be staying here.
So soccer's part of it. I'm sorry, Rach.
It's okay, go ahead. No, you're on the same page.
Soccer's
Go ahead.
part of it. How is soccer developing over here in the United States, and then microcosm on Pittsburgh? We're learning. We have a professional soccer team, but football, American football, has been the rage for years, right?
Yeah, I think that it will never be as big as American football, basketball, baseball, even ice hockey as well. It won't be as big as them things because it's just got so much, to go. But it's growing very, very fast, especially college soccer. So it's a good industry to be in for me, for sure.
I want to go back to your roots. So you're here in Pittsburgh, and I love, I've watched a bunch of your videos, and I've seen, the things that you've taken in. You've really absorbed our culture. What would we need to know about your culture? So if we were in Manchester, or 2 hours from Manchester, what's the unique thing to there?
Yeah, I would say the biggest difference between Pittsburgh and Manchester is the people and how we kind of approach human interactions. And what I mean by that
I think I know. Go ahead.
Everyone here is so friendly, and the barrier to entry is so low in regards to, I can just say hello and people will be like, oh, we're best friends. In England, Manchester is so different. Like, the barrier to entry is so high, which means it's a lot harder to make friends, but when you do make them friends, the quality is usually very, very high.
Okay.
So
Ours
here,
are not, yeah.
Here it's volume.
Yes.
At home it's not volume, it's probably quality.
Now, when you say here, is that Pittsburgh in particular,
For
or
sure.
United
I think
States?
that America in general are more friendly, which is what, when I say that, a lot of people are surprised, but Pittsburgh is the friendliest place I've been since I've been in America, for sure.
Wow.
And look, we're so happy
that's
about
a
that.
statement.
Yeah, well, yeah,
is a
it's and no doubt, and folks like us who have just thought they were going to leave and never left. It's so interesting to have people come back and say that. So, the friendly part of it is in our name, because it may not sound like it. No, you Jagoff, when you're calling somebody a Jagoff, they'd be cutting you off as you're driving down the road or walk in front of your car. You Jagoff, but we've always known it's been a staple to say, hey, how are you doing, you Jagoff?
Like an endearment.
Yes, it's a term of endearment. Yes,
read about
and
us.
so that's
Some
if you really
research.
want to kind of endear yourself to the gang here,
Yes.
that would be one of them here.
Yes.
Yeah. it's
Have
just
you
saying,
used the word yet?
I have, but not in like an actual sentence, just
Oh,
in
okay.
like conversations like this,
Like telling
just
your
like
friends.
repeating it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've not quite used it in like my day-to-day life yet.
What would a word be for us? I wanted to use this in the second segment, but I can't help it. What would be a word that we should know? Like should we say bloody?
Yeah, I don't really say bloody.
Did you just correct me?
No, I mean, it
He
depends how
said,
you.
you silly
I don't know if
American
I said it right.
stereotyper.
Yeah.
My mum says it. I think it's kind of
Oh,
different
it's
generation.
generational. I
Yeah.
got you.
So I would just say the F word instead of saying that.
I got you. Yeah, same, but yeah.
But my mom definitely says it.
Years ago, we had gone to Australia, and so the term for like a Jagoff there, it seemed like it was wanker or something. So I don't know.
Can we swear on here?
Is there? Yeah.
You guys have just said a few.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Wanker is a swear word.
Oh, is that right? Oh my God! Well,
I thought this was PG friendly.
It is PG friendly. So we just made a faux pas, right? We will not air over in England or Australia.
We say that a lot.
Is that right?
The W word. We say that a lot. Yeah.
It's that bad? You can't say it?
I mean, I don't think any of them are bad. I think that even the C word, I think, is really bad over here.
Where did this go?
Wow.
But we say it to like our friends as a term of endearment as well.
Yes.
Like the C word. But I know that's like...
Oh, my God.
Unwritten rule, definitely don't say it in America.
You just see them. Well, if you could just see all the people in the audience, 200,000 people are laughing right now. Yeah,
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I really want to get into like some of the things that you've learned and go through obviously the videos, because people need to follow you to see. You really do. To us, it seems like you really do take on that culture. What do you think of it all? I
love it here. I think I came here with no expectation, really.
Okay.
I remember doing a video in the airport saying that the only thing I knew about Pittsburgh was that the Steelers weren't very good.
Yeah.
And I remember getting a ton of hate on that video.
Yeah.
But that's like how limited information I had, because the Steelers are good.
Right.
And I didn't know that at the time, but I also am not really in that American football world. So my only, I guess, information on Pittsburgh before I moved was that.
Sure.
And it was still ill-informed.
Yeah.
So I kind of came here with a clean slate and had, everything to gain. I didn't really have any expectation. And I honestly only expected to be here 1 month. So I was doing month-to-month leases, because that's what I do when I travel, is I just do Airbnbs and then just go to the next place.
Sure.
But I'm here till September for sure.
We are speaking to Harrison Szep, a TikToker and now an adopted Pittsburgher. It's Rachel and John on Jagoff Late Night. Now, first of all, are you going to stay for one more segment with it? We have so many things to catch up on, right?
I'm here.
Yeah. All right. So once again, it's Rachel and John, Jagoff Late Night. KB Plumbing. KB Plumbing. KB Plumbing. Ben! Wow.
What are we doing in here, John?
Ben, I can't get this to go. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. I need like 22 liters per minute come out of there when I shower.
22 liters per minute?
Yeah.
Well, you got the wrong shower head.
Okay.
22 liters per minute.
All right.
So what you want to do is, there's a couple different options. Get rid of this guy. You can get yourself one with a nice one.
Yeah.
You got stuck in this tight space. That would
I'd
definitely work for, a little undercarriage cleaning, if you know what I'm talking about.
I got you. Yeah.
Get rid of this, get one of those, and then you should be ready to go.
Oh, man.
Can you watch where you're at next time you call me?
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
Okay, March Madness is almost upon us, but there's an even larger madness. That's right, fish fry madness. Can you believe it? It all starts this week as Lent is almost upon us. And where do we even begin? Did you know that in the Pittsburgh area, there are about 275 different fish fries? There's even a map that you can go to, which is awesome, that shows you all of them. There are the religious ones, there are the secular buildings. And where we are right now, we're in one segment of this Pittsburgh area. We're in the north side. Now, if we do the math on that, 275 divided by the 6 Fridays in Lent, you would have to attend 45.8 of the fish fries in order to get them all in the Pittsburgh area. Or if you want to throw in Ash Wednesday, then that'll knock you down a couple more into the 30s per day. Or, maybe you can just choose the offerings of sides. Who's offering what? Is there coleslaw? Are there pierogies? Is there mac and cheese? I was thinking a way that you might want to do it too is by quadrants, like maybe north of the city, south of the city, east, west. Maybe throw them all in a hat, divide them up that way, just pick.
It's Rachel and John. We're back at the Home and Garden Show here in the lobby. And what better place to hang out with somebody who wants to tell everybody about how proud that we are to live in Pittsburgh, a non-Pittsburgher.
I think it's refreshing, right?
Exactly,
yeah, it's refreshing for us to hear because we've been here for so long. And sometimes we do get a bad name because, to your point, people don't know what they don't know. So they think we're just this small, sort of nondescript, smoggy city. And I did see one of your videos where you said, I thought I was going to be in like 10 feet of snow. But what's funny is it sort of bit you because we did get quite a bit.
I spoke too soon.
Yes. Yeah, we haven't had a winter like this in a long time, and here we are.
Yeah.
What was your sort of impression of that?
The snow?
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
No, at all? Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't like winter. Obviously, I've been in Florida for 2 years before this.
Oh, right.
Sure.
So I didn't have a winter. So I was actually excited to experience snow, but it doesn't last very long. Once it kind of snows for a day or two, it does get a little bit old. And then, but it is what it is. And I did another video the other week saying that, it's starting to get warm again. And everyone in the comments were like, you wait, there's a second wave coming.
And by the way, that voice is Harrison Szep. And again, grew up in Great Britain, came over into the United States for college, and now has ended up in Pittsburgh. And we're keeping him here. And here to do some college scouting. So if parents who think their kids are going to be the All-Stars, we'll give them your digital number, right?
Yeah.
The phone number is every parent thinks their kid's going to go to the NHL, NBA, whatever it is. So, is that
and
the kind
kids
of
think that as well? I mean, that's everyone's dream, right?
I guess.
So
is that this kind of scouting that you do at that level?
I've sent one singular player to the pros.
Okay.
But college soccer is the niche I'm in. So obviously it's difficult to go pro in any sport. But I think we touched on earlier that soccer's still growing. So there isn't the same pyramid that there is in England. With the MLS, you can't get relegated, which in years to come that'll change.
Okay.
There is no feeder system really to the MLS yet, but it's growing. It'll get there.
Have you ever met Beckham?
David?
Yeah. I love that you called him David.
He's my next door neighbor back home.
Are you lying?
I'm lying.
I knew it. I was going to be like, I want to meet him.
No.
And we can leave Posh Spice at home.
Yes.
Okay, so a couple of Pittsburgh things. Have you been around enough? Are there certain things that people have told you, like, you need to go do or you need to go see that you have done? And do you have a bucket list?
I think the big one was to go to the sports teams. So I've been Steelers, I've been Penguins.
Sure.
They both took really good care of me. When I went to the Steelers, I was on the field. Penguins, I was on the Zamboni.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Zamboni.
And then I've got Pirates, Riverhounds still to go.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, is there any more?
Yeah.
Well, we do have the rugby team now, but no, the big ones. What's that, Michaela? Oh, Passion. Yeah,
football,
the women's
Sports
football.
star.
Women's football.
Women's American football?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's say when we know people come to Pittsburgh, we take them to the Incline, we take them to Mount Washington, we take them over to the South Side to eat pierogies, right? But in the meantime, if we came to your hometown, what are the sort of 3 things or 4 things that would be a priority in your hometown? Not necessarily in Manchester, but in your hometown.
So my hometown in England is on a beach.
Okay.
So it's
good start.
And we're not talking about California beaches here. The English beaches are a little bit different.
All right.
But we do have a nice, unique little town.
Okay.
So there's like nice arcades and there's obviously the beach. And I mean, there's not an awful lot. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's the most interesting place in the world. But it is by the beach. And yeah, I mean, the weather in England's not as good as over here. So,
is that right?
So for me, there's a cap on the quality of life, in my opinion, that you can have back home. Now, that's not saying that I don't love England and love things about it. My family are all still there. But with the beauty of America is whatever you want your life to be, you can experience that because there's so many different states.
Sure.
I've been to 27 states since being here, so I do like to experience different parts.
So of the ones that are left, I don't want you to have to go through it. What are you most looking forward to?
I've not done California yet.
Okay.
And I've not done Nevada, which is Vegas, and I've got them 2 coming up in the next few months.
Okay.
I also want to go to Maine. I've heard good things about Maine.
I loved Maine. Yeah.
I went to the state of Washington, and I didn't make it to Oregon, but I've heard good things about Oregon as well. So there's still a few that I want to go to. There's the Dakotas and the Idahos that I'm not too interested about.
Okay.
But it was a goal of mine to go to all 50. But we'll see.
I was going to say, so do you think you'll still do it, or?
Well, I think when I first graduated from college, I wanted to just I was going to buy an RV and just go on a road trip. I'm not going to buy an RV and do a road trip anymore. So I don't know if 50 states is...
Things changed a little.
Yeah. My life does change very fast a lot. Yeah,
understood.
So we're speaking to Harrison Szep from TikTok, influencer, I'd say, or a star. And that's kind of where I want
star better than
I like star. Right. Yeah, I hate influencer.
So the idea, sorry.
You're fine.
The idea is, what was the one thing? Was there one thing that went viral that sort of triggered you to one level to the next level?
Well, I've only been doing it 6 months, which isn't a very long time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My first viral video got 3.9 million views in 2 weeks.
Yeah, same.
And that was a video of me talking about rain.
Oh my God.
Like my American friend was saying that he could smell that it was about to rain. And I was like, I've never heard of that concept before, but I just did a video, and I always just like experience something and just take straight to the camera and just talk about it, not really thinking too much. It's probably not good that I should have a bit more of a filter, but hey ho. And I did a video about him smelling rain, and 3.9 million views, and that was kind of where the momentum started to build. And then I did a video about Squirrel Hill as well, and that did quite well. Google commented on that.
Is that right?
Oh, I didn't realize that. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like Squirrel Hill? Have you visited a lot of our different neighborhoods to sort of compare?
I wouldn't say I know Squirrel Hill well.
Sure.
I've been to one restaurant. I can't think of the name off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think, what's a big one there? Was it pizza? What kind of food?
No, it wasn't. It was like pub food, bar food.
Oh, okay. I don't know many pubs up there.
I can't think.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite.
Big Shot Wing House or something.
Oh, wait, Big Shot Bob's?
Big,
You went to Big Shot Bob's in Squirrel Hill?
They asked me if I wanted my own sauce.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Yeah.
You should come to the one in my neighborhood in Ross Township. They literally just got there.
Yeah.
Any other neighborhoods you want to explore?
I don't really know many neighborhoods.
Yeah. Bakery Square would be fantastic. Okay. I mean, I've seen you around Market Square a lot. Yeah. You like that area?
I've spent a lot of time downtown.
Yeah.
I lift at the UFC gym around the corner.
Oh, yeah, Lucas's place.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where can everybody find you, follow you, learn more about you?
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. It's the same handle, Harrison Szep, HARRISON SZEP.
And is this sort of the way you're going in the future? Should we continue to be watching because this is what you've sort of fallen into?
Yeah, I mean, TikTok for me is documenting my life, and then YouTube and Instagram are more soccer scholarships, college soccer based. So yeah, if you want to find me on any of them,
I love it.
There I am.
Did you bring us a junk drawer gift?
I did.
Does that sound tacky?
Do you know what a junk drawer is?
I don't.
You don't?
No. So in basically everybody's kitchen, we believe there's this drawer that just random things get tossed in, and every once in a while you just clean it out. So there might, who knows? Now, I won't tell you some of the things we've received, but these are things you probably, would just have laying around the house.
I love the bag that this is.
So you said random gifts. So
yes.
I've got a bag full of disco balls.
Oh, what? Yes! And it is, for those listening on the radio or the podcast, it is a bag that looks like a disco ball. And Rachel is opening it up. Oh my God, how about that?
These could become earrings. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Look at that.
There's a disco badge.
My gosh.
Now, where is that from? Something in your history?
I'll be honest. I got sent it.
You're regifting.
I've passed on the gift.
So you understand.
That
you
is
regifted.
what the junk drawer item is all about.
Harrison, this is great. Honestly, you exceeded my expectations. I'm so glad we got to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on. Thanks again to Eric Dillman, because this was a fantastic guest, and literally we got to talk to you for 18 minutes at the home show.
So
you can
lucky.
now check it off your bucket list.
Yeah.
Harrison, thank you. So lucky.
His tongue was in his cheek.
All right. We totally appreciate you, and we are going to talk with our musician next. And then we're going to get a little 412 Jews. Make sure you are checking out our Where Ya Ats and our G-Chats and following on your Jagoff Late Night.
I'm Scott Baker, president and founder of 5 Generation Bakers. You probably know us for our famous Jenny Lee swirl bread. We know Jenny Lee is delicious on its own, but we want to answer this question. How do you swirl with Jenny Lee?
Welcome to People's Clean Hydrogen Pilot Program. Here sits no ordinary container. It's a drop-in unit that transforms natural gas into clean, cost-effective hydrogen that can provide you with affordable, safe, and reliable energy with as few emissions as possible, removing carbon and making a product, not a pollutant. So no, it's no ordinary box. It's a powerful decarbonization tool, and just one of the ways Peoples is innovating the future of energy.
Hey there. So, Pittsburgh has dozens of colleges and universities in the area, and we are here today high in the hills of Oakland to learn more about the rich history of one of them, Carlow University. For example, did you know Carlow was founded in 1929 by the Sisters of Mercy? And the Sisters of Mercy arrived right here in Pittsburgh in 1843 from Carlow, Ireland.
That's the convent. They're still sisters who live on campus, and they you'll see them peek in their windows sometimes, and then they'll even come down and they make cookies for the students still and give it to them during finals week. They pray for them during finals week. They've come down and given students like sunscreen if it's a sunny day, so they very much care for them, and they all live right there still.
Welcome back. It's Rachel and John and Late Night, and we appreciate you always hanging out with us because one of the things we love to do is expose local musicians.
Absolutely.
And songwriters, musicians, bands, performers. And again, it's iconic for our podcast. And tonight we have Mark Shuttleworth. And so, Mark, welcome to the home show.
Well, thank you for having me here, and my first time at the home show. My first time at the convention center.
Oh, okay. Are you are not originally from Pittsburgh?
No, I'm originally from Pittsburgh. I've just
Mark,
never
what
been
is
here
happening?
for anything.
Yeah. We're going to have Tracy reject your Yinzer card. But
what part of Pittsburgh do you hail?
I live in Ross Township, but I'm actually a native of the South Hills.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Pleasant
you traveled
Hills, Mount
far.
Lebanon, Dormont, that area. Bethel Park.
Sure. Okay. And what were you always a musician? Is that what you did over that way, or?
I have always played music on the side.
Okay.
Weekend gigs.
Yeah.
Weekend warrior type thing.
Where is one of your favorite places to have played in the city?
In the city?
Western PA, we'll say.
Western
PA.
Yeah. Well, I'll give a shout out to Arsenal Cider. They have a spot in Lawrenceville and in Dormont, and also up at Circle's Orchard in the North Hills. Big Rail Brewing up in Grove City is lots of fun.
Oh yeah, that's a good place.
The outdoor brewing.
Yeah.
Bill's a great guy up there. I mean, I don't want to. I have so many places that.
Al's Cafe. Did you ever play at Al's Cafe?
Never did. Never could get in there.
That was like the South Hills place for a while.
Yeah.
It's been gone a long time.
And
now.
Mark, what type of songs I know you sing cover songs a lot, because that's when everybody's drinking, they just want to sing along, right?
Yes, it's
sing us the originals. Song.
What are your favorite
man.
songs to sing as cover tunes?
I love the songs by the band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love to sing songs by like Neil Young from his Harvest and Harvest Moon records, his acoustic stuff.
Okay.
And modern people that are like that, like Charles Wesley Godwin, Jason Isbell, Zach Bryan, that kind, that kind of genre brought up 50 years later.
And Mark, everybody's going to follow you on Facebook. What's your Facebook page?
It's facebook.com/music by Shuttle.
Oh, nice. All right.
Oh, that's kind of easy.
I like
yeah.
it. I like
do you have any upcoming performances we need to know about?
I do.
Okay.
For St. Patrick's Day weekend, I'm playing Friday night at Arsenal Cider in Dormont. I'm playing Saturday afternoon at Dented Keg in Seven Fields. I'm playing Saturday night at Cadence Clubhouse in North Park. And Sunday morning, I'm playing a St. Patrick's Day brunch at President's Pub in Washington.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get your St. Patrick's
Now,
Day on.
the
We love
hardest
it.
question
That's our
of all
favorite holiday.
Is that, do you have a junk drawer item? It's so...
I do.
It's so
I do.
ignorant, as Pittsburghers would say.
It is ignorant.
Right?
It is. It is kind of ignorant that we just say that.
And your junk drawer item is?
It's a guitar string.
Oh, I thought it said Rachel Runnebeck. It's not. It's some
the
guy.
dumb dad joke is it a G string? But we won't.
Oh, for crying out loud. Mark.
No, I'm wearing that.
Oh my God, where is this
Mark,
show
there
going?
you go. Like minds,
I just
like minds.
don't know.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
words like wanker, and we are talking about G-strings
You
now.
just said it a second time.
So,
Wow. Boop.
Mark, thank you for joining us. We're really excited that we get to hear your song. What's the name of your song?
This song is called Missing You Again, and it is the only country song I've ever written.
Ooh.
And like Harlan Howard said, an old cowboy, country music is 3 chords and the truth.
There you go. We are going to check out Chelsie from from Made in PGH, and then we are going to hear the song. Stay with us on your Jagoff Late Night.
What is up, Jags? It's Chelsie from Made in PGH here to bring you your 4-1 to-dos. Diving right into it, I did visit the new coffee shop in North Oakland today. It is called Shabam. It is absolutely delicious. It has a great vibe, great decoration. It looks great, feels great, tastes great. Make sure you get there and welcome into the neighborhood. It is also officially Lent season today, so make sure you hit up one of your local fish fries today. Or you can visit our friends at Large Plain Pizza and Pints. They have a special for Lent. It is a crispy golden fish platter. So you'll want to check that out. And also, it's Friday and it's March, so wash it down with a green Miller Lite. If you're like me and you are not a fan of fish, you can always grab a slice of pizza. Our Pittsburgh Pizza Passport is in full swing. It is sold out, but that doesn't mean you can't visit some of our friends on the tour. Some of our participating pizzerias are Beato's, Frank's, Vincent's Pizza Park, Shelly Pie, and Gus Franco. If you are looking for a Lenten option, definitely check out Gus Franco's Cacio Pepe slice. It is absolutely amazing, and you don't want to miss that. If you did miss your chance to get a Pittsburgh Pizza Passport, make sure you follow us at Made in PGH on Instagram. We have a ton of fun foodie tours coming up this year, and you're not going to want to miss some of them. And that is it from me. Again, I am Chelsie from Made in PGH. Make sure to follow along on Instagram at Made in PGH or madeinpgh.com. Wish you a happy weekend, happy Friday, happy March, happy Lent. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Mark Shuttleworth. I can be found on facebook.com/music by Shuttle. This song is called Missing You Again. It's a country song that I wrote. It's the only country song I've ever written. The house is dull and quiet. The children are in bed. 2:20 in the morning, and I'm missing you again. You've been gone a while now. New routine is set, but it sure ain't a happy one. Missing you again. I don't go in the bedroom much. Reminds me that you're gone. So I sit and drink and play guitar. Try to carry on. Another day tomorrow, but it don't promise much. 'Cause everything seems empty, missing your soft touch. I miss your passion and your laugh. The times we sit and talk, it's slowly getting later, and I'm glancing at the clock. Go in the bedroom much. Reminds me that you're gone. So I sit and drink and play guitar. Try to carry on. turns the colors gray. Only seems to get worse each day that you're away. Another day tomorrow, it don't promise much, 'cause everything seems empty, missing your soft touch. I don't go in the bedroom much, reminds me that you're gone, so I sit and drink and play guitar, try to carry on. The house is dull and quiet, the children aren't in bed. 2:20 in the morning, and I'm missing you again. It's slowly getting later, and I'm missing you again.
Mark!
All right. That's awesome. First time at the convention center.
Right, yeah.
Look at that crowd. Oh my gosh.
One more time where they can find you.
Mark Shuttle, Facebook.com/music by Shuttle.
Nice. All right. And we have to say thank you again to Michaela and Monica and Johnny. And thank you to Tracy, everybody who booked the podcast. And thanks to 97,000 people that came to see this whole thing. Right.
And obviously, you need to check out the Pierogi event that's going on tomorrow. Get your tickets quickly. It is obviously benefiting a great organization. And thanks to, we got the one and only TikToker who had great things to say about Pittsburgh, Harrison Szep. So have an amazing weekend. Make sure you check out your Jagoff Late Night.